I'm excited for the all city fights this weekend.
You're going this weekend?
Yeah.
All city?
Yup.
What's up, G?
What's up?
Back after your fight?
Yup.
How you feeling?
Feeling good, honestly. Yeah, the fight, I didn't get the belt, but I'm not like, sometimes like L's aren't really like fully an L, like, because there's little wins along the way. But I feel like I got kind of the most out of this fight compared to all my other ones, just because like my camp, I was focusing a lot on like the mental prep. And I feel like I actually saw all that prep work come into like fruition in this fight, because I felt like the most composed mentally that I've ever felt in a fight. And all my other ones I kind of like blacked out, didn't remember what I did. It was just kind of like
red.
Yeah. No, I went like crazy squirrel mode, kind of just like, and then afterwards I was like, oh, it's over. Like, I don't know what I was doing in there. And then this time I was like there mentally and could actually like remember the whole fight. So that was a plus. So I'm like, it kind of made me excited that I was like, oh, I actually can like be there mentally, be mentally present. So like the fight's way more fun when you can actually like remember what you're doing and stuff. It's kind of crazy.
I definitely agree.
Yeah. So there's that. And then I fared well. Like I went all 5 rounds, did 15 minutes. I was kind of getting in my head ahead of time about like 15 minutes is like by far the longest fight I've done. So I was like, is my cardio good enough? I was like second guessing myself a lot beforehand. So I was really glad that like I made it, and I honestly could have gone like a couple more rounds cardio wise. So I was like really glad. So it's like good to know for next time to not underestimate that ability in myself. So that's kind of where the mistakes were in this fight too, though, is just kind of, I was overly cautious, pacing myself a little too much, not throwing enough volume in the first couple rounds. I think my favorite rounds were the last 2, which says a lot. But because I started to kind of pick it up, and then I was like, oh, well, the fight's almost over. You better like get to working more. And so that's kind of where I was at. But the first 2, I watched it back and I was like, oh, throw more. Like, why aren't you doing more? But but I wasn't like super upset about the outcome, because like I didn't really take very much damage. I took some to the face and some punches, but she was throwing a lot of head kicks and I blocked all of those. Good. So I was happy about that. And it was probably like the biggest show I've fought on yet. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. And they took really good care of the fighters. So
yep. I always really like Brian Johnson's cards.
Yeah, it was sick. Would have been nice to have a shiny belt, but
can't win them all.
Next time.
Can't win them all.
Yeah, and I was definitely like fighting like it was one of the most challenging ones I've had, and I knew that going into it. The Julie's a dog. She's like, I think she was like 6-0 or something like that before that fight. She's been running through the division. But and then the fact that I was like able to do just fine, I'm like, oh well, I see my potential. Fought up. Yeah, so like, I'm kind of like
the underdog story this time.
Yeah, so I was like, the fact that I did just fine, I was proud of myself. And anybody that like that doesn't fight, so I feel like you have to kind of explain that like an L isn't always an L, like so right. Yeah, so
especially fighting, because it's so individual in there, but so team based outside of
it's so like fight. Nuanced that there's just so many like moving parts that you could have some areas where you were like, I grew a lot in this way, but like I didn't perform exactly how I wanted to. So like there's also like those bad feelings, but I only had like some bad feelings after it about like myself. Like I was just like, why didn't you let the hands fly more? Like you've been telling yourself that's what you're going to do like this whole camp, but for some reason there's like a mental block comes in. A lot
of people revert back to that, like, because that's kind of how you fought in the past. Is like letting the kicks go instead of the hands. Yeah. And so a lot of times you just kind of revert back to the default.
Yeah. Stage. And like people were telling me that she has really heavy hands. So I was just like kind of like each exchange, I was like, I know she's gonna throw back like maybe twice as hard, but in some of these exchanges, so I was kind of like trying to get my shots off, move.
I don't like these ciders. They cut you off. I'm like, ugh. We're drinking some woodchuck something.
Chuck's Imperial ciders.
Not that great.
8%.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just a cider bitch. Like, I love ciders.
We're gonna spark up this weed joint.
Man.
So you like ciders? You're a cider bitch?
Ciders. I missed them. I had some cider last night. I got like so much pasta and pizza. I've been like just eating carbs since that fight was over. Had some pancakes after the fight.
Damn.
Some bacon and eggs.
Savage.
Yeah. I feel bad because Malik can't eat anything right now.
Yep. Oh, I know, but he's got a goal.
Yeah, he's got like 20 pounds left right now. So, yeah. But last time, yeah, he's doing a lot better with the cut this time than compared to his last fight because he was like had to cut 20 in like a week, and right now he's like 3 weeks out and has like 20, so he's chilling.
Talkie used to cut like 18 or 20 in a day.
Yeah, that's fucking. I could not do it.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I weighed in at 122, and I was being like overly paranoid about cutting like the last week to make weight, and then I was like just dehydrated the fuck out of myself like on weigh-in day, and then I was like weighing it. I was like 3 pounds under, and I was like, I could have eaten breakfast. I could have
at least drank water. Anthony was like messaging me. He was like, I woke up 139 or something like that. It was like ate breakfast and drank water. It was like,
must be nice. It's gonna be harder next time. Oh shit.
You tap out?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
Because I think I am going to go down to 115. I don't know if it's going to be the next one.
Because you're fighting 125 for the longest, right?
Yeah. I've seen that sometimes people fight at 120. I'm like, that would be nice. Like, I could easily do 120, but it's not like that common. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I was looking at like an old Brian Johnson lineup from like 2023 and saw yesterday.
That's the old one when I was just posting the one from 2012 from Absolute Chaos.
Yeah, I saw on there though that there was a 120 fight, and I was like, oh shit, I do have this, but
what you could do is ask and get told no.
Yeah, I could do 115 though. It's not going to be like super fun to cut that, and I just hate how fucking skinny I get, but I think I would do well in that division.
I think don't tap the cherry up this time.
Yeah.
I think your height would do well with that.
Mm-hmm.
That weight class.
I like 125 though, but I like there's a lot of people at 125, and I feel like there aren't that many 15ers, so a lot of them end up going up anyways. But yeah. So
just a quick side note, we're supposed to have one more guest today, but he flaked out. Darko Kmieszkowski.
Kmieszkowski.
I was going to talk some shit, but I was like, I don't want to pull a hater move.
Yeah. I always talk shit.
I talk shit, but more like if he was here.
Mm-hmm.
If he's listening, shame on you, brother.
Let's talk shit behind his back.
Nah. Oh, no, this is going to be aired.
Yeah.
So this is not behind anybody's back.
You should start a new one where it's just shit talk Sundays. Filter free Fridays.
I was gonna do an episode where it's just me sitting there and be like, I'm just talking shit.
You should smoke joints that don't have the filters in them or any crutches in them.
Why?
Because then it's like filter-free Friday.
Oh, I'm like, what? It's not like a cigarette. We like
I know, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, oh, shit. But yeah, Darko and I went to Panda Express like the day after our fights, and the lady was just giving him the dirtiest look, like he beat me or something. Because my face
was the cherry fell out again.
I'll do it. It's embarrassing.
It's fine. Who cares? So you guys went to Panda Express and you look she thought Darko beat you up because you have a black eye?
Yeah, she was just like giving him a dirty look and acting weird. And he's like, why is she acting weird? And I'm like, I think she thinks you beat me, bro.
Yeah. You need to like wear fight team hoodies everywhere. I know.
I was like, I need to wear combat sports merch until this is gone.
Yeah, so people get it.
Yeah, but people got some weird looks.
Even then, people are just like,
yeah. I'm like the receptionist at my work, so people are like, feels like the Fight Club scenes where he's like in a cubicle with a black eye.
Love that.
Yeah, but it was good. We went on like a little food tour on Sunday. We went to Ice Cream Social, and then we went to the Euro place, and then we went to Panda Express.
Hey,
I'm like, why does my tummy hurt?
Yeah, no shit. Well, so something me and Anthony were kind of talking about is, and you kind of touched on it, is, you know, how there's a lot of criticism that comes after you lose, even though
100%.
Yeah, and it comes from like, I don't want to say places that it shouldn't come from.
Yeah.
But it comes from a lot of people that like, they're not there to see you day in, day out train. And those are the ones where the valid opinions are coming from.
Exactly. That's why if like somebody has like a strong opinion that doesn't see you train
even
every
people
day,
that you know that fight, but aren't present all the time.
Yeah. And they'll just like say some stuff, but like, it's like, you know, all you saw is like that fight.
You saw like 15 minutes of 8 weeks of training. Twice a day, probably, a lot of times.
Yeah, so it is kind of odd that it's like that, but I've kind of gotten used to it. You just kind of have to filter out, like,
and it's not that you don't care about the people that are coming with the opinions. A lot of times comes from people you absolutely care about.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's coming from a place of not fully understanding. There's only a handful, maybe.
And it's not really like contributing in anything that's going to help build on anything. It's just kind of an extra noise.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
But their hearts are the right place for the most part.
Yeah.
There are those critics where they're like,
where like they were waiting to find to pick something apart.
Well,
it's like they jump on the opportunity.
There was there was somebody that brought up that we had witnessed somebody else that we know, like, joking around in the crowd when you weren't doing so well in a couple certain spots, and I was like, that happens too, and so you do you.
Yeah,
that's
I never take those kinds of things personally because I'm like, it's usually just like a projection of some sort. So
you're in there, well, they're not.
Yeah,
a lot of times is what that equals to.
Yeah, so I don't get too worried about it, but I was really glad like that I read this book going into the fight called The Inner Game of Tennis.
Okay.
Everyone should read that, especially if you're like,
I think you told me about this.
Yeah, it was so good. Like XJ put me on, and
shout out to XJ. You did the first episode.
The OG Filter Free Fridays guy.
Yeah, that was really impromptu. We had to shoot that one twice.
Love that dude. But he put me onto that book, and I like highlighted so many things in there, and I like revisited it when I was warming up backstage, just because the concepts like were what I kind of used to be able to keep myself composed in the fight. Like they talk a lot about self 1 and self 2, and self 1 is like the mental part of yourself that has the ego and like is the kind of the critic of what the stuff you do, and then self 2 is like the physical body. It's like what was doing the training and like did all the work and like knows what to do, because that's what they've been training the whole time. And you just kind of have to have a better relationship between self 1 and 2, and because self 1 inhibits what self 2 can do, because it's constantly it's that little voice that's throwing you off track and stuff. So like when I go in there, I was envisioning just putting self 2 in there and ignore like self 1's X'd out. And
that's a great way to put that.
Yeah, and that approach like really worked for me. And my friend Hannah that I was training with, we kind of talked about it too, how like when she fights, she disassociates, kind of, she like disconnects from herself, and she's like, that's not Hannah going in there, that's Hannah Banana. And so I was like, that's not G going in there, that's G Funk. And I was like, because then it kind of takes some of that stress off, and you're like G Funk did all the work, G Funk knows what to do, like just let it do it. Like,
have you ever heard of people describing that exact thing as like the Batman complex?
No, but that's the
exact thing. Like your daily, Bruce fucking Wayne. But then when you go in there, you're in there to do work. You're going to kick some ass like Batman. So it's like it's the alter ego.
Yeah, it takes some of that pressure off that ego self where you're just thinking about like
it's also kind of the flow state kind of concept, is like you're taking the mental state out and you're letting your body just do what it does.
I should have brought that because there's a bunch of like points in it that were so cool.
All right. I've got a lot of little things like that. But anything you can do to have a good, strong mental state going into a fight is everything. Because so I think about Gary Vee a lot. He's like one of the guys I like to watch, and he talks about your operating system. Like your brain's like your operating system. So it's like you got Windows XP, but then it gets a virus.
Yeah, and then everything's shook up.
If your brain gets a virus, it's shit time. You know what I mean? It's not going to operate. Your body's not going to operate. Yeah,
I like that one. I'm like, metaphors for days. Like, those always help me. I'm just like,
I know.
So true.
Well, a lot of the metaphors and like cliches, especially, that's what rings true at like the highest levels. Because that shit's going to be fake to somebody sitting on the couch. Like, oh yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. And it's like, bitch, get off your ass and join a real fucking team. And they're going to push you to be the best you could ever be. Like your circle of people.
Yeah. And when it's like said in a short little phrase like that, I can like, if I'm really anxious in the moment, I can like, just like, let me go to my little collection of phrases.
Little bank of,
my little bank of encouraging words, and just refer back to that super quick. Like I wrote a fight mantra kind of thing.
That's exactly what I was going to say, your mantras.
It was the first time I did that too, and I was like had it in my notes app, so I just look at it when my brain was starting to like wander or something. So I just had like a lot. I was making sure I went into this fight with like hella like tools in the toolbox to like bring my brain back to like when I wanted to, and not care too much about what other people think, because that's kind of what also will make me hold back, because I'm just like, oh, I don't want to fuck up, because then it's going to make Karen, Sharon, and Darren and Marin.
Who gives a fuck? Yeah. Well, once you get to that point, like where you can kind of let go and you're in there to actually do your best for you, knowing that the people that got you here are going to be right there as soon as you walk back out of the cage or the ring or whatever it is. That's what kind of is my saving grace.
Yeah, and like even though it's like a couple of the homies like lost this time around, like that were leading up to my fight, it kind of like made me upset to watch like the homies lose. You know, like a couple of them did, but I was like, after watching them lose, I'm like, I don't feel like I think any less of them. I don't think they're any less of a dog than I thought they were before that. So I was like, okay, the fact that I feel like that, like, I got to stop worrying so much about what other people, and if they do think that, like, are they haters, and they're probably just some hater that I don't care about their opinion anyway.
Or that's what they'll turn themselves out to be.
Yeah.
But like what you said, like Anthony had a tough fight and lost.
Yeah.
Darko had a tough fight and lost. And then you had a tough fight and lost. But each one of you guys fought a level up.
Yeah.
So it's not like your level of competition was that next
easy
day.
Fight. Yeah.
Exactly. Like my first opponent, it was his 10th fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, set up by Crew Jones. And a lot of people are going to hear that and be like, oh, that's a huge mismatch. But no, we're almost dead even, to the point where they're collecting the scorecards afterwards. He kicked me like 20 times in the leg, and I couldn't walk for like a month. It was like the Uriah Faber versus Jose Aldo.
Shit.
But that was the after the fact. But I'm standing there on one leg like, oh, fuck, I can't really walk. And the announcer's like, in the event of a draw, we're going to go to a fourth decision round. I'm like, fuck, I can't even put weight on my left leg. This is a long, I don't know, gee, thanks. This was a long time ago.
Like back in the 1600s.
1600s, this was the 19, no, this would have been 2011. Yeah. So, but anyway, no, he got the decision, but I was like, I could barely fucking walk. And the ring girl standing from like me to you. It's like right near the cage door. And like, I'm just trying to fucking hold it together. My leg is so shot. She looks at me. I'm in like, kind of freaking out mentally. She's like, oh, maybe your 4th round, just like trying to break the tension or whatever. I was like, couldn't even say anything. I was just like fucking agony. But yeah. Damn. And then I just went and sat in the crowd with a bag of ice on my leg.
Ow. That sucks.
That's when I found out about that arnica gel that I tell everybody about.
Yeah, my roommate uses a lot of that. I used it on my knee during camp, like when it was close to the fight, and I fucked my knee up like on the Monday of fight week. And so, yeah, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of fight week, I kind of just did my own home thing because I didn't want to like have leg clashes anymore.
It's just gross.
And it's like kind of unavoidable, like sometimes.
Yep.
Because like you don't want to drill like you're not drilling, and then if you are drilling right, then you're probably going to have a good chance of bumping your knee.
Yep. That's why you got to kind of, but you're getting to that higher level to where you're going to be able to gauge what you should or shouldn't do based on your experiences, where sometimes people will just put themselves in. I'm getting a better
feel for what works and stuff like that. But yeah, I like fighting, doing challenging fights. It's just, I need to make sure I'm like doing everything I need to do to get the dub, you know?
It's never an easy show. I've never had an easy fight. It's never been an easy camp.
Yeah.
Never been injury free during camp.
Yeah. I think like doing a challenging, like upper out of your class fight is kind of like the same thing as like if you're trying to teach someone how to like snowboard and you like push them down like the steepest hill and then they kind of have to figure it out. It's kind of like
to a degree, but I would say that it should, as long as you have a decent coach, it should show a level of trust and potential that they believe in you.
Yeah, that too.
You know,
that's why
I like Nick. Yeah. Nick's doing a good job with you guys.
Yeah, shout out Coach Nick.
I was just messaging him.
Shout out Karma Combat.
It's funny because I was just messaging him, seeing if he could do my shirts. Because I got those, the first one, but it's just a DT transfer, something. It's like a Cricut. It's like one of those vinyl transfers where they print it out and then they heat press it on. Mm-hmm. But I want the screen print, and I just got them within like a week and a half. So
yeah, I don't know. Like they been making hella clothes lately. There's gonna be a booth at All City Fight Night this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, Jason messaged me. He was like, "Come out."
Sick.
Yep. When are you guys all going? Just as a whole team?
I'll go for sure. I think me and Darko might hit him like a museum before
a museum.
Yeah,
that's dope.
It's in Everett. I forgot what it's called, but we'll see. Because I forgot I work before, so we'll see.
Yep.
And I think fights start at 6, and I don't want to miss any of the ones
all the way up.
There's some really fire ones on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's a fun event.
And then aren't they doing the WKF or WKA point thing the next day?
Oh yeah, they are.
The scrimmage and the workshop.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It'd be good. Yeah. I'm not going up there 2 days in a row, but or staying the night.
Definitely gonna go to All City Fight Night, and I can actually have some drinks this time.
Yeah,
so
it's so weird being able to
in camp when I'm there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in camp, or I used to always be in camp, or now I'm just coaching. But it's gonna be nice to be able to sit back. Yeah. I wanted to hang out in the crowd after your guys' fight, or when you were fighting, but Crew Jones wanted to get beer so bad.
Oh, was that
so
where
I was like, all right, let's just go to the beer garden. And then, like, Liam was drunk, Cam was drunk, but not as bad. I mean, I just had 2 beers, and I don't drink very much. I was stoked
how people came out.
Yeah, it was a good crowd.
Catherine and Johnny's boo.
It's so funny. We were teasing him so much.
I know. You kind of have to.
Yeah, like Johnny's got a girlfriend. Oh, shit. He's like, yeah. You just see him being like a weeb in the picture. He's like,
He's such a fucking.
I'm glad he's happy. I'm glad to see him happy.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah.
He's been.
A little emo boy.
Yeah, he's been. Not unhappy, but when things go wrong, he's really unhappy.
Yeah. I feel like
But I just hope he gets back in the gym so I don't have to beat him up as hard.
We'll see.
We'll see what that's like when you get in a relationship.
The meme I sent in the group chat this morning.
What?
I sent a meme in the group chat this morning.
I didn't look at it.
And added Johnny.
the old school group chat with all of us? Yeah. Oh, Johnny. Johnny V. Johnny Molasses.
Johnny Molasses.
Got so many nicknames. Johnny Tsunami. Gonna fight
anytime soon?
No, he's not even going to be training.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Johnny V. Get back to fucking training.
Get back to fucking training. Lock in.
You can have a girlfriend and still train. It's okay.
Maybe you will eventually.
Just don't bring her in because you know why. You know who and you know why. So, moving on.
Yeah. I'm also going to WFC fights the week after this. Or May 10th. It's going to be Patrick, JoJo, and Malcolm.
Roger's on there.
Fucking bangers. Oh, right. Roger. And then the week after that is Malik's fight at Koga.
Damn, so many fights. Fight after fight after fight. It's the season, though.
'Tis the season. I think my next one I might do Muay Thai, but we'll see.
That'd be nice.
I'm trying to throw some elbows.
Is All City Muay Thai or is that kickboxing?
They have both, but if I do that, I'll definitely do Muay Thai. That's where I did my first amateur and won that one. That was sick. Yeah.
Dope.
Yep.
Well, thanks. I'm glad you got a chance to come back on because I wanted to do one with you, Darko, and Anthony at the same time.
That would have been
just to see like the post fight.
Yeah, it could be a little panel of how y'all feeling.
Well, I know Anthony said he was a little. Anthony made a good point, and he was like, I'm struggling with it because of the fact nobody sees how much work goes into all this. You know what I mean? And then
I gotta talk to Anthony about it because that's exactly what I feel too.
But then you go through all the motions of, you did all that, and he's just like to not perform the way that you want to.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like that.
That too.
That this sport promises you nothing.
Yeah.
It takes tough. Everything, promises you nothing.
That's how I felt about it too. But yeah, I was like, I'll just take all the small wins that were within that loss. So,
well, and
good.
You think about after a loss and then after a win.
Yeah.
They're not that much different after a few days goes by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Aside from after, you're still going to have people rallying behind you, right? Especially the people that were there walking out with you or there in your camp. They're still going to support you.
Mm-hmm.
And then even I would even say you're going to learn more off of a loss because you have more mistakes, more things that you want to adapt to.
I always think the same.
As long as it doesn't hold you back in the mind.
Yeah, I was kind of worried I'd get discouraged from a loss this one, but I actually was like, I actually feel really motivated because I feel like I saw some good things I did and I can do better. I know I can do better than that, which can definitely push me on to the next level.
I yelled some instruction. I was trying really hard. And I was like, don't yell, Zach. Don't yell. Nick's got this.
I was hearing voices everywhere, from the homies. I was like, I heard Katie. I hear Malik, because Malik, you can hear a needle in a haystack.
Especially you.
Yeah. But I was hearing, for some reason, I was hearing her corner a lot.
That's very common, though.
Yeah.
Because you're going to hear what they tell them to do to you.
Yeah. So it was cool to have Ron and Nick.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I yelled was let your hands go first.
Yeah.
But I was yelling that from the beer garden. But I
was yelling that at myself at some points. In fact,
again, it's not you're going to hear one random thing and be like, oh yeah, I forgot to throw punches.
Yeah.
It's not that's going to work.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's also to you guys offering fights. What you should do is punched more. It's
yeah,
I should have thought of that. You want to coach me next time?
Punch more, punch harder. I'm oh, wow.
It's bro,
didn't
come
think
on.
of that, bro.
You're killing me. I don't have that much time to waste. You're going to tell me I should have punched more? Waste my time with that? I know it's all love, but come train with me for a couple of days and then tell me that I should punch more.
Yeah.
You know?
It's silly.
But it's okay. It's like XJ calls people that don't fight muggles.
Muggles.
Like Harry Potter. You never
muggle behavior.
But you never fucked with Harry Potter, huh?
I fuck with Harry Potter. I'm just not like one of them die hard.
Yeah, no. As long as you know what a muggle is, you're good. Just saying.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, okay. But so a friend of mine, her kids are into sport. I think he's playing baseball right now, but they're always into like basketball and all kinds of stuff, right? And it's kind of like that sports team thing, where like you're going to eat dinner at 4 p.m. or you're eating dinner at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Because practice is in the middle. Like you don't have time to.
I eat at 4 or 9.
Exactly. It's another reason why I'm like, that is the time.
I didn't think about it, but like now that you mention it.
But like when you're out fucking out grinding, like, you know what? You're going to stop to eat. And so people that are like, oh, you're going to be home for dinner. It's at 6 on the table. Like, no, my mission and my grind takes precedent, you know, and it takes priority. No offense to anything or anyone else, but you see where people have like the normal expectation. Eat leg kicks for dinner. I hope not. One of my old bosses used to be like, "Oh, this guy's on a Muay Thai diet," and I'm like, eating head kicks? Like, what are we talking about? I'm not trying to eat no head kicks. No. Another one of my old coworkers used to always say I would eat cardboard. He'd be like, don't fuck with this guy. You come in there, he's just eating cardboard and liking it.
Mean?
That was just eating basically nothing.
I know there was this lady that was like addicted to eating tires, like on My Strange Addiction.
Oh, he was just talking shit. I wasn't actually eating cardboard. No, he was just like,
she would like shred up the tires and then eat the shreddings. It was crazy. And then the doctor was like, please stop doing this. She was like, I can't.
Skin starts to turn black.
Like, fuck. What the fuck?
What the fuck? It's like tire cereal?
Yeah, like shredded tires, eating it. It was fucking up her stomach.
Microplastics aplenty.
Yeah. There's no way delicious. She thought it tasted good. She probably just felt like she had to do it. So
on your fight, when you're going from round 3, right? You're like, okay, and you got round 4 and round 5 to go, and you're like, I still got plenty in me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. After you walk out, after you're saying like that's the longest you've ever fought, right? After you walk out and you're like, damn, that's not that bad. Do you really think about how many rounds you put into training, how that can keep you going further and further, or not training cardio? Because the reason I'm asking is because a week prior, we did the smoker at West Coast.
Yeah.
And Logan went against a guy that used to train with us, Ethan.
Yeah.
And Ethan, you could tell he gassed out because I've sparred Ethan. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
And but he had his back on the cage to the point where he was like stopping and leaning back against the cage. And
those are like his cardio 2 was up, rounds, right?
Something like that. Yeah. Yes. 2 3s. 2 3-minute rounds. That's it.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I did the smoker was with RJ Hoyt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back in 2011 or whatever it was, which is a weight mismatch because I was like 185, 195, and he's 55-ish somewhere. I don't know. He's about to fight for another title.
Yeah, he's fighting the same day as Malik.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like Malik I had that thing.
Overalls he's been wearing.
I had the thing with Gillian where I was like, yo, man, fucking that picture that I posted the other day, and it was like full circle kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's just weird because RJ is kind of in that long-term thing, you know? But I fought him there at that West Coast smoker, and I know that back when I'd push so hard for cardio.
Oh, yeah.
Back at those things.
Those are pretty fun.
But when we did it, I want to say it was like a 5-minute round.
Damn.
Like a 5 and a 4.
Yeah, I've been sparring 5 minutes. It was weird. A lot lately. And it's damn, like if I'm sparring Nick, it feels fucking long. But yeah, what were you saying?
No, just that. It was a long round. But that was a long time ago too, when I was like, I don't want to say peak conditioning, but we would give it everything we got.
I put a lot of focus into the cardio conditioning this camp. Like I was like, give me the circuits. Like I want the non-stop, no break, 30-minute circuit. every week.
The shit that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You want to do because of the end result, but not.
I was doing all the things that I was like, I don't want to do this. It sounds shitty. I was like, that means I got to do it. So I was doing all those things, and then I'd feel like good after.
That's a great lesson for anybody listening, because that doing the shit you don't want to do is so important. You cannot. You're not going to get by doing what you want to do. That's a hobbyist. That's somebody that shows up because they want to participate, or takes the day off because they don't feel like it's
supposed to always be fun.
No, it's how often is it actually fun during fight camp? Like actually fun. You love it's fun because you love the process.
Yeah,
you learn to
pretty
love
fun.
It. Well, yeah, but that's getting to play fight. That's play fight time.
But when I'm doing pads with Nick and he's like says the same combo 12 times in a row and he's like, dude, again, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Starting to get pissed off. But hey, that's repetition.
Nah, I love my Nick sessions. They're always hella fun, and there's cute little babies there.
Yep. Yeah. Because you guys do it at his place too, right?
Yeah. And he has a really nice garage setup. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's pretty lit.
Yeah.
Bump some music. There was one day during camp where he was like, it was freezing cold too, and he was like, we're not turning the heater on. We're doing this 30-minute circuit. And I was like, can I put on music? And he was like, no. And he was like, just
trying to make you suffer on something. Yeah.
It's like, it's good for you. I was like,
oh. I'm the opposite. I like to turn it up to where it's like insufferably hot.
Oh yeah,
fuck,
it's like really fucking cold. It's pretty. It
sucks too, but I don't like smacking my feet.
Yeah,
shit. But I've had a ton of foot injuries.
Yeah, Toy responded to my story. He was like, "Why are you wearing socks?" I'm like, "My toesies are cold, bro."
You remember how it would get in Fife in the middle of summer with the sun just cooking the building all day? It's like 110 inside there, and we're just sparring for like.
It get hot as fuck in there sometimes.
Oh, it still does. You're just not there.
Oh yeah.
It still gets the same temperature. It doesn't. Well, no. Somebody, Mila. You remember Mila? She's I can't remember how old she is. She's a young lady
now.
Yeah, she's like 13, maybe 14 now. Young lady.
She's a little killer ass little girl.
But I think her dad came in and fixed the air conditioning at one point because it got really hot. But she actually hasn't been in for a while. Hopefully she comes back. But yeah, I remember it was crazy.
The Rileys.
Just Riley Lee with Alex's dad. Other Riley, no offense, but Katie punched her in the face, and she didn't want to get punched in the face anymore. Yeah, it was just kind of one of the. I don't think it was like her per se. It was the fact that like if she wants to do this, she's gonna have to get hit in the face, and some people are gonna actually like hit her. And it was kind of like that. Maybe not right now.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Like
it's just true. Like if you're gonna.
How many people? Not many normal people are like, yeah, just punch me in the face, bro. I'm good with it.
I like getting.
That's why we do it, but we're not the normal folks. We're not muggles. Muggles, bro. Shooting our fucking wands, but throwing jabs instead.
I don't know if anyone can tell. I don't know if anyone can tell that I have a couple wires crossed sometimes.
Most people do. Anybody that knows you better than day one knows that, G. You also don't have a filter. You'd be like saying some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like you talked about Fight Club.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like fucking that one lady and she's like, says something. She's like, I haven't heard some shit like that from grade school. or whatever the fuck she says. She says something weird and he's like, I never heard no shit like that before.
I usually just say what I'm thinking.
That's what makes you the real one, though. So when you're all marked up and you're going out with like Darko or Malik or whatever, people are giving you these funny looks.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever say anything?
No. Just like,
that's probably good. Like, I'm a fighter, bro.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to like go up to somebody, by the way, this is because I was in a fight. Like, that's what I was thinking when I was at work. I was like, people are looking at me, but I'm like, I don't want to be like, by the way, like, this is because I was in a fight.
Just do it up even more, just add a little bit more.
Yeah, I try to kind of cover it a little bit, and then I'm like,
no, make it worse.
It just looks like,
and then add like the butterfly stitches on the other eyebrow. Like,
yeah, but
we were talking shit about your boy in street. Not talking shit about your boy, but street beefs the other day.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a bad dude. I mean,
he's funny.
I'll let other people say opinions about that. But we were talking about the whole street beef thing, and I'm like, that's play fighting.
Yeah.
That's your play fight. Like people talk about we don't play fight. That's your play fight.
Yeah.
Not yours. Because even home dude that we're talking about, even he fights like legit sometimes, I think.
I've never gone to one of those in real life.
Why would you? I mean, no disrespect, but fucking lend yourself to the lower levels.
I saw one chick fight on there where it was just so funny.
Oh my God. It's the worst.
It's like, I'm trying to get in there. Just kidding.
That shit is so bad. So I always make this reference, like, why would Dana White buy the slap show thing instead of street beefs? Because
what do you think of Power Slap?
Stupid too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I see clips of it on like my feed sometimes, but other than that, I'm never gonna go out of my way to watch Power Slap. No,
again, it's for muggles.
Yeah.
I like that, kind of like that term XJ, but it kind of demoralizes the people who don't fight, essentially. Yeah. So I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's definitely different.
Not that, yeah. It's not what I mean by it.
Wow.
It's more like,
non-magic folk.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
get it, bro.
Just I don't know how to describe it.
You just have to like break down for people, like when you have to explain it to them, because it's like there's just no way to understand unless you're doing
the way that it's hard to understand is because it's a true lifestyle. Like you have to wake up early and you have to eat a certain way.
It consumes all your days. It's not just like a one day thing. Like,
it consumes your mind the entire time.
Yeah.
Think about when you're at work. You need to be thinking about work. Are you thinking about work? Nope. Think about training. You're thinking about fighting. You're thinking about fight camp. Thinking about how you have to eat healthy. You can't.
Combos in my head, like it just like I couldn't stop it. I'm just like that work. Just
entering the wrong data. Be like, hey, you got to come back in for another exam. I'm sorry. I was in fight camp.
Like sitting there at the desk. I'm like 1, 2, pull 2, 3, low kick.
Yes, exactly.
Like repping it.
I get it. Your mind's not there.
Man,
but. Yeah, I thought you had a really good fight. I thought Darko did well. Darko did. He
said he felt like he wasn't like mentally where he wanted to be and stuff.
He wasn't. He looked like he was wanting to walk him down, but he only threw like 1 to 2 shots here and there, and it was just like he did. I know he's tough as nails. I know he's gonna go through people. It just looked like he wasn't as. I don't know. Something was a little off. You never know.
Yeah.
And then Anthony. Let his opponent he really gave the space to him that he needed. He really gave him the space. And a lot of things boil down to making adjustments on the fly. Like I always say, learn your opponent.
I feel like I did a little bit of that too.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody needs to learn to make better adjustments. And as you move forward and you're learning about these things, like you can always be the same style fighter, but make better adjustments.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, in my mind, comes with like not only reading your opponent, but implementing part of your offense to a degree where it takes them out of their game plan. Mm-hmm. And if you're able to kind of do that, now you're breaking their operating system. You can kind of add to yours while build the confidence.
Passive offense,
exactly, or passive defense.
Yeah,
your defense needs to be even more stout. The higher level you go, your defense is going to play a higher factor.
Yeah, passive anything.
Yeah, you can't be passive.
Because there is a way to like passively fight, which sounds like
100%. You just kind of relax, relax.
You can be throwing and it's still passive. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
no, that's exactly it. Like throw with intent.
Yeah,
everything you do with intent. And so like after Anthony's loss, he was taking a little hard, and I took it a little hard because of that. So I don't know if you saw, like I was like everybody in the fucking fight team at the gym tonight. Like I was a little fiery.
I was wondering, like, were you guys like, did you?
Oh no, we're bringing back the old fight team. Shit that I used to do when I first got there, and
like change the requirements a little.
Well, they're staying after. They're gonna do extra and extra and extra. And plus, Crew Jones and myself especially have really indoctrinated. Like, hey, we'll be there for pad work a lot during fight camp. You know, because you used to fight for us. Mm-hmm. getting back to like, no, you have to do intervals on the bag. You have to do like 5 to 8 rounds shadow boxing, 5 to 8 rounds on the bag. You need to do your jump rope. You need to be running outside of here. That's why I took them all out for a run just right around the corner at Washington High School. Took them out for a run. It was like 6 a.m. And then Daniel, the new kid, he's been coming here in the morning.
Or something there that you guys
so it's like, it's Washington High School, and then like, I think it's like Keithley Middle School, and then it connects, basically all three connects to where PLU campus kind of starts, the backside. Right. And so
PLU?
Pacific Lutheran.
Oh, okay. I was thinking UPS.
No. It was different. Different school entirely.
I did a Taekwondo performance at PLU once.
I was going to say, like, what did you say? Taekwondo? Nothing.
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I always forget.
There's some videos of me doing Taekwondo that Darko's always like, gee, tell me what I look up on YouTube to find it. I'm like, no.
Is that the one we were at, like, Crew Martins?
No, it was like earlier than that. Like, I was like 10.
You were like...
I was like 10, 11 years old doing performances. I was on like a tour team where we were doing like Taekwondo demos. And like I was listening to some like EDM song the other day. And I was telling Darko that I was like, this is the song I did a nunchuck routine to when I was 10.
Yes. I got nunchucks right there. You want to play with them?
No.
And a side.
I really like that throwing star.
Everybody does. I remember my goddaughter's like, when I first moved, this is a long time. It was like right when I first started to fight. She's like 4.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, ooh. And I was like, this is not a toy. And so I grabbed it and go throw it into the wall.
Just throws it perfectly.
No, that's what I did. I was like, boom. And she's like, and then so somebody else came by and she's like,
you gotta have a team throwing knives day. Because I love throwing knives, but
throwing knives?
Yes, and I have a bunch of throwing knives. And then when I was like little, people knew that I was like hella into that. It's like my uncle gave me like hella cool knives.
You kill somebody without a gun from a distance. That's kind of cool.
Some cool throwing knives.
I used to know a kid that would carry a bullwhip in his backpack. He's a fucking weirdo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he thought he was into the Indian jump. It was the fucking 80s and 90s.
I thought I was the girl from Spy Kids when I was really little.
Yeah, I was delusional too in a lot of ways.
Carmen Cortez from Spy Kids.
I never watched it, but fair enough.
You seem like you would watch it.
Yeah, I was a little older than you.
Yeah. Did you watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Nope. Once I hit about 2000,
Spy Kids.
99, 2000, I went from like cartoons or anything to going after girls. Football and girls.
Oh, yeah.
And I would spend my free time smoking weed.
I didn't even know you... Did you play football?
Are you serious? No, I was a football player. Yeah, I was all about it.
The fuck?
Yeah, big fat white kid. Fat Zach.
I didn't know that. We don't have any football photos of you.
This is true. This is back when phones weren't around. You had to use Polaroids or the little wind-up.
Polaroids?
People use Polaroids.
Damn.
My mom had Polaroids my whole life. But then the little yellow cameras that you wind up and go click, and then you take them to like Walgreens. And
those. I love those.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm sure, disposable. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then my mom got one that was like you can get like the Canon or like the Kodak. They're like digital. Yeah. But then they mount on like a printer. So people, yep.
I don't know what that is. I like going to the dark room and like developing film.
Know what that is.
That's fun.
It made me feel old.
The disposable cameras, I used to bring those to like music festivals and shit. Mm-hmm. I went to Sasquatch Music Festival when I was like 17. Sasquatch. I lied to my mom and told her I was going somewhere else. I think.
Yep, been there.
Yeah.
We snuck into it was like a Wu-Tang side performance. It was like only like 2 or 3 of them, but then like a bunch of their entourage. We like snuck in. We were like 16.
Really?
Because I forget we're somewhere in Seattle, but we had our ASB cards.
Oh, ASB.
ASB? Cards? USB. I don't think it's a USB card. Some SB cards. I'm old. I don't give a fuck about those.
I forgot about those.
But we're like, I forget what show it was, but we were allowed to go into like a kids version of the show. And then it was like right next door. And so some of us just kind of try to sneak in. And after about 15 minutes, we're like, what the fuck are you kids doing here? Because clearly we were kids.
Yeah, I was doing some crazy shit when I was a kid.
A lot of people did.
You don't need to say it on air.
Yep. On air. Well, yeah. I'm not cutting shit out, so don't say it. Don't say it if you...
filter-free space.
It's filter-free. I I'm just not going to drop no names if it's negative.
Yeah.
If it's positive, I'll show love, but I'm not going to be like, fuck this person.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people watching this to think that they're going to get the dirt.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to watch Zach's show to fucking see who he's talking shit about today.
Yeah.
I got some shit to talk, but just...
You could be talking a lot more shit. Like, we're definitely not talking.
You know me. Shit. I got some shit to say. And I'm not shy about speaking up.
Yeah.
But... I'm not gonna do it as like my own show. Yeah, one-on-one's a little better, but
yeah.
I'm glad you had a good fight.
Yeah,
legs are okay.
Yeah,
she didn't chop the shit out of your legs.
Pretty chill. Yeah, no, she didn't. I think like my shin from kicking might be a little bruised up.
Yeah, no shin guards.
Other than that, yeah.
I love
no shin guards.
This is the second time?
Second no shins I've had, and
your second time no shins is a title
it's like
fight.
going commando or something.
I never fought with shin guards, only at the Smokers.
Never?
Never.
Oh, shit, yeah.
It was always like, so that's why I say there was an air of more seriousness back in the old school, because like you're coming out of Smokers, you're not. You can get kicked in the head. I remember watching one of Crew Jones' Absolute Chaos shows, and there was this kid, he's like 0-1 or something, maybe not even had fought. And his mom's doing the negotiating in the back room, and they're like, or whatever it is. And Crew Jones, and it was a Brian Johnson guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, we're doing Class A kickboxing. It's no shin guards or no fight, Brian Johnson.
At West Coast?
No, this is at Brian Jones' Absolute Chaos, one of these shows. But it was at is in downtown Puyallup. Can't remember the name of the place, but it was like a baseball place. Anyway, they're like, fine, we'll go ahead and do it, because Crew Jones is like, moving forward, what do you guys want to do? Brian Johnson's dude head kicked the guy. Dude was out cold for like minutes.
Oh, shit.
Like stiff, out cold. And it was like, no shin guards. And it's like,
if you agree,
you're going to go in there and be passive, like you were saying, be a passive fighter.
Yeah.
No shin guards and get kicked in the head. Never be the same mentally.
No.
But you're going to take everything lightly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having a thing with students lately. I'm going to say their names fucking because he did it last time, Jagger. He's doing better, but he's like getting a little bit mouthy. And he's just like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. Like anything I say. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'm going to drill you home, dude.
Yeah.
And then the other day,
and it's all out of love. Like, it's like sometimes you just have to like put people like say no, just because like you want them to be safe in their fights.
Do you remember Trey?
No, I don't even know.
All right, so there's one kid, Trey. He's a good kid, young guy, but he did it too. He like back talked me a little bit. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
The next time either one of them does it, or anybody else for that matter, they're going to be the example, and I'm just gonna go off on him. I'm not gonna physically do anything, I don't think, but we'll see. I don't. Yeah. It would be so horrible. I cannot think of what it is yet. But this will be bad.
It'll be bad.
We'll crush them with my words. I don't know. So,
it's not great.
But it's all right. You always know that there's one little smart aleck.
Yeah.
And when I was one, that's why I'm a little more lenient towards.
Yeah. I'm usually not. I try not to be, but
I knew
every once in a while it pops out. But that's like not the option.
If it wasn't my dad that I had to be straightened up for, like family, I knew I had a little bit of an edge. So sometimes I'd push it and say what I want, do what I want. But then it'd get back to my dad, then I'd be in trouble. Like, oh shit.
No, usually I'll just shade Nick in other ways. Like I told his new baby that I was like, you look just like your dad, and then he started like crying hella hard. And I was like, your son thinks you're ugly.
Oh fuck, poor Nick.
Just kidding.
That's funny. Nick cracks me up because he's like, he's in the back and he's like, I don't know.
Nick's so silly. He'll like be silly, be able to be a great coach, and then have 3 kids at home too, and like balance all of that shit. It's impressive.
No, he's doing a good job because he's head striking or head MMA and striking coach.
I think we have a coach Carter, Emmanuel Carter. He's like Manny Carter. Yeah.
I know Manny from a long time ago.
Yeah. He's been out of town or something, but he's back now, and he's doing the MMA coaching too. So like, they're kind of collaborating.
Yeah, because he used to train at Sarab's for a while too.
Yeah, he did a karma photo shoot for us a couple weeks ago. I'm excited for those pics to drop.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just got back a couple of my reels from when Chris came out and did that photo shoot.
Oh yeah.
So I can't remember how many. I'm really critical. Like I'm gonna put out these videos of me kind of like teaching a little bit. And you know how I am about technique. I'm like, I need perfect technique.
So it's pics and videos?
It's like he came out and recorded a bunch. But again, how I'm a stickler for technique, I'm like, this isn't perfect technique. I don't know if this is. So I'm like really criticizing myself, but I'm just going to put it out anyway.
I criticize myself too.
Imagine if you're being a coach waiting for other coaches to come shit on you.
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen.
I'm always waiting for Troy to come shit on me.
Newsflash. That's who he is.
I'm like, Troy's gonna respond.
Oh, great!
Sure.
Like, great.
Even when I had socks on in that video for training, I was like, I know somebody is probably gonna be Troy. Is gonna fucking grill me for this.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, eat shit. You got a big head. Till you fix that, don't come at me.
Baby, like those infant photos of him.
It's like Choi Jong-un when he's all big. It's all love though. I love Choi so much. I've got so many photos of us like lined up in class from years and years, man.
Choi's great.
I'm glad he's
great people.
I'm glad he's doing well. I know there are spots like a little small in there, but at least they can put in some good work.
Yeah,
they've been having a good amount of.
They put me to work in there. I went in one time, but it was dope.
I know I've been having people.
Me and XJ should have a sesh here together. That would be sick.
Here?
Yeah.
Come over and fucking do it.
Do it.
There's like Daniel, one of the kids that's gone running with me. He comes by like 3 times a week, and then Liam comes by, and Alex comes by and trains. And do you remember Gillian? Juice, young kid, Mexican kid.
Yeah.
He comes by now, handful of fucking regulars. I like it. So privates are available.
Hell yeah.
But it's
space isn't bad in here, honestly.
I'm just happy I put up my squat rack and go and do calisthenics and pull-ups again.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was missing. I was missing that. Gulp. So, are you still driving all the way out to Auburn pretty much to train every time?
Yeah, pretty much.
That sucks.
It's not that bad. It's like 25 minutes from my house. It's kind of bad.
That's actually not that bad. That's how long it takes me to get from here to Fife.
Really? Yeah, it took me about...
So they take Packed Ave.
It took me like 14 minutes to get to Fife.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But now it takes me like 25 to get to Auburn, and Malik lives right by the gym too.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys got a pretty good sized crew up there, right?
Yeah. Everybody's like so dope. I love people. Everybody's like in like fighting very actively there. So it's like we're all in the same boat. So it's just a lot of like, we're all just
Yup.
same time.
I love that. The active fight camp stuff keeps everybody grinding. And
there's just like fun stuff to do every weekend, pretty much.
So many fights coming up.
Hello.
Crew Jones is
every weekend in May. I'm going to go to the Sarab May 31st one too. Do you guys have anyone?
Yeah, one. Well, we're trying to match Adam too, but Crew Jones has to ref and judge or something like that.
Oh shit!
So
that'll be super fun. I'll be in the back doing all Malik the and work. Alex. He also fought over the weekend at Brian Johnson. Alex Dunn, but we're all gonna go to that.
Oh yes, Alex.
Yeah. And I know my opponent I just fought, Julie. She's gonna fight Crew Kirsten Poirena.
Where's she from?
She's from
Sounds familiar. Oh, okay, yes.
They're going to fight because Kirsten has the belt right now on that show, but Julie's going to fight her.
That's a Suchart school, right?
A what?
Under Sarab?
I think,
Suchart, Sarab, and then like Belton, and I can't remember the guy's name.
I think you're right.
But
but I'm excited to watch that too, yeah, so... We're going to pull up there, watch some fights. It's going to be a fight in May. Lots of fights.
And I can't remember where the location is on that one.
That's at the soccer. I'm just assuming it's at the soccer center, but honestly,
he's been doing the big ones at the fairgrounds. But I think for a while, he didn't have a venue. Can't remember.
Yeah, and I heard the Redemption's about to start being on at the Silver Reef Casino.
I don't even know where that is.
It's a huge upgrade. Yeah.
Instead of the high school or college.
Yeah. And it'll be a Pro-Am show. So
that'll be sick.
Yeah,
I fucking love Pro-Ams. You can stack your card out. Yeah, I know it's going to be like MMA centric, but they're still going to have kickboxing fights on it. So it'll be tight. That's good because the kickboxing shows you won't have to get licensed for. Washington State, you got to do the licensing for MMA, even amateur. But kickboxing, Muay Thai, you don't. So at least the fighters that do kickboxing and stuff won't really have to worry about it. But the Pro-Ams are really good because like I said, you can stack out your cards. You can just have a bunch of Amis. I like the WFC's, the Pro-Am too. Yeah. I know because Eddie Blackburn's running that. We used to go spar at Eddie's garage after running stairs, and Eddie's a good dude. Yeah. He's asking if we had anybody to get on there, but our dudes are too green. Oh yeah. Like Jagger would be okay if he would like actually spend time on jits. Rob's hurt, isn't he? Rob's the only real one for MMA right now. Like I asked Anthony if he ever wanted to do MMA again. He said he likes to specialize in Muay Thai, which is nice. He likes to be a specialist. That's my shit. Yeah. That's why I do Muay Thai instead of MMA now. But yeah, I'm gonna start dabbling in the jits and stuff because I just have like so many girls that do jits that are opportunities to learn something. So I'm just gonna work with all those girls and work with Hannah and then JoJo's girlfriend Melinda and then some other people. But I wish I had done it when I was younger because now every time I go over there, like fuck my back up. You know how my back is. It's like, it's just not seems like people hurt themselves more in like jujitsu than they do in striking, which sounds counterintuitive. You're getting hit all the time. You think you'd be hurt. I feel like in all those weird positions, you definitely like whole joint manipulation too. Yeah, because everybody like, and even people even have black eyes that do MMA, and I'm like, what happened to that? And they're like jits, and I'm like, got a black eye. Well, scrambling and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, somebody's elbow going into your eye accidentally. That's why I give like old wrestlers a bunch of shit, like Isaac and Travis. Did you notice my opponent accidentally kneed me in the face? No. Yeah, she said sorry, but it was a hard knee to the like chin. Well, yeah, but it was good. You never know. It was chill. It was a good fight. Yeah, you had a good fight, good weekend, good time. Not all losses are, or no, what is it? Not all. When you lose, you learn, blah, blah, blah. Some of them fucking cliche shits. You win some, you learn some. Yep. But it's true. Again, all those cliches ring true when you're actually trying your best. So yeah. But yeah. Thanks. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for coming through, G. I had a lot of fun. Stay out of trouble. Shout out Karma. Shout out Karma. You did like 5 shout outs last time. So you're like, shout out.